Greetings Keyforgers and welcome to my top 20 Dark Tidings decks. Dark Tidings introduced the Tide mechanic, which was an additional card that you received with every single Keyforge deck of that set. And it comes into play in this neutral position like I've got it on here. And the tide is neither high nor low for either player. There are specific cards that will make you raise the tide, in which case you point the tide, high tide towards you, so both players are aware that the tide is high. And specific card effects were affected by whether the tide was low or high. If the tide was low for you, there was an Omni ability of raise the tide, gain 3 chains. So you could gain 3 chains and you could flip it so that you had high tide. It has not appeared in any Keyforge sets since. I highly doubt it will appear again, but that came with every single DT deck. My first deck we're going to look at is Wolf Quaglagoon Mastermind. It is Untamed, Unfathomable and Logos. We are starting out with Logos. We have Data Forge, which is an action. You get an amp when you play it. Play, you may forge a key at +10 current cost, reduced by 1 amber for each card in your hand. Forgive or Forget is an action. Play, choose 1. Archive 2 cards of different types from your discard pile, or purge up to 2 cards from each discard pile. Armor Drone, 1 power, 3 armor. Fight, steal 1 amber. Eddy, 3 power. Play, archive a card. Your opponent's keys cost +1 amber for each card in your archives. A second Eddy. And a third Eddy. Infomorph, 4 power. It's put 2 draw enhancements in the deck. Old Egad, 1 power, 2 armor. Destroyed, ward each of Old Egad's neighbours. Phase Shift is an action. Play, you may play a non-Logos card this turn. Science is an action. Play for the remainder of the turn. After you play another action card, gain 1 amber. Theory or Conjecture is an action. Play, choose 1. Archive the top 2 cards of your deck, or play the top card of your deck. A second Theory or Conjecture. Moving on to Unfathomable. Quaglagoon's Trench is an artifact. At the end of your turn, place 1 depth counter on Quaglagoon's Trench. Then destroy each creature with power equal to the number of depth counters on Quaglagoon's Trench. Echo Pearl is an artifact. You get an amp when you play it. Omni ability, destroy Echo Pearl, exhaust, stun and enrage a creature. Tidal Wave is an action. You get an amp when you play it. Play, if the tide is high, destroy a creature and each of its neighbours. Your opponent raises the tide. A second Tidal Wave, this one has a draw enhancement. Valacanth, 6 power. While the tide is low, Valacanth cannot be used. Fight, reap, exhaust an enemy creature and each of its neighbours. Bubbles, 5 power. Play, put an enemy creature on top of its owner's deck. Call of the Void is an action. You get an amp when you play it. Play, exhaust a creature. If it was already exhausted, destroy it and its controller loses 1 amber. A second Call of the Void. Frigorific Rod is an artifact. You get an amp when you play it. Action, exhaust a creature or artifact. Photic Raider, 2 power. Play, capture 2 amber. While the tide is high, Photic Raider gets +4 power. Recusals Chant is an action. You get an amp when you play it. Play, exhaust a creature. If the tide is high, exhaust each creature instead. A second Recusals Chant. And finally on to Untamed. Washed Away is an action. You get an amp when you play it. Play, if the tide is high, destroy each artifact. Otherwise, raise the tide. Bumblebird, 1 power with alpha. Play, give 2 +1 power counters to each other friendly untamed creature. Spore Gorger, 4 power. Reap, give Spore Gorger a +1 power counter. You may remove each +1 power counter from Spore Gorger. For each counter removed this way, deal 1 damage to each other creature. Assert Dominance is an action. Play, for the remainder of the turn, A friendly creature gains skirmish. Ready and fight with that creature. Chinolia, 2 power elusive. After you play another creature, if the tide is high, gain 1 amber. A second Chinolia, this one with a draw enhancement. Deepwater Gruin, 5 power. You get 2 amber when you play it. Play Reap. If the tide is low, your opponent gains 1 amber. A second Deepwater Gruin. Flumph, 3 power skirmish. Fight, give a beast creature 2+1 power counters. Keyfrog, 2 power. Destroyed, forge a key at current cost. Mollymork, 5 power. Play, destroy an artifact. Myliobe, 4 power. While the tide is high, Myliobe gains skirmish. Before fight, enrage the creature Myliobe fights and each of that creature's neighbours.